If you bought a newer iPhone recently, Apple might actually owe you money. Quick reminder, potential settlement payouts are real. Stay tuned. Here's the context behind everything. Here is what you need to know. Apple has officially agreed to a massive settlement. Apple agreed to a $250 million settlement tied to delayed Siri AI features and Apple Intelligence marketing claims. Marketing visuals suggested features arriving immediately, and millions of iPhone users could now qualify for payments. Legal filings argue expectations weren't met. US buyers are central to this case. Eligible devices focus on flagship models. Payouts vary. Keep receipts. Here's why this happened, and what it means. To understand the lawsuit, we have to go back to early 2024. The tech world was in an AI arms race, and Apple was seen as falling behind. For years, its once revolutionary assistant Siri had become a punchline for its limited capabilities. The pressure was on for Apple to deliver a game-changing response. And at its 2024 Worldwide Developers Conference, it seemed they had. Apple heavily promoted its new AI-powered Siri, rebranding its entire suite of features under the sleek name, Apple Intelligence. This wasn't just an update, it was a reinvention. They showcased a Siri that could understand context across apps, summarize long emails, and take complex actions on a user's behalf. The promise was a deeply personal and private AI, seamlessly integrated into the operating system. It was exactly what Apple's loyal user base had been waiting for. Driven by this compelling vision, millions of consumers upgraded their iPhones, often choosing the latest Pro models to get the necessary processing power. The marketing created a clear expectation: buy the new hardware, get the revolutionary software. But when the new iOS was released, the reality was starkly different. Key Apple position size, or dapa besta den Apple maps or besendars, but basedra baseball laws. Intelligence features were either missing, labeled as beta, or only available in limited regions. The on-device tools were less capable than advertised, and some of the most impressive demonstrated features were nowhere to be found. For users who had just spent over $1,000 on a new device, the experience was a profound disappointment. This gap between promise and reality ignited a firestorm of criticism online. The sentiment was clear. Customers felt misled, believing they had purchased a product based on features that weren't delivered. This widespread outcry laid the groundwork for a class action lawsuit. It alleges that Apple knowingly marketed features it knew wouldn't be ready at launch, deceiving millions of consumers into making expensive upgrades. The stage was set for a legal battle. This is where things got controversial. The lawsuit claimed Apple falsely implied AI Siri features were available now. Users believed the new Siri experience was ready, but key features were delayed. This moment symbolized the promised Siri experience. Online debate intensified across platforms. Courts will weigh the claims and evidence. Yes, real money might be coming to users. Now, with the news of this settlement making waves, everyone is asking one crucial question: am I actually eligible to receive a payment? It's a simple question, but the answer has a few important layers. The excitement around a potential payout is understandable, but it's critical to understand the specific criteria that have been established. This isn't a free-for-all, it's a targeted program with very clear boundaries. So, before you start planning how to spend the money, let's take a deep breath and methodically break down exactly who qualifies, who doesn't, and what you need to know to determine your own eligibility. The details are everything, and missing just one requirement could mean the difference between a successful claim and a disappointment. According to the preliminary details of the settlement, eligibility hinges on three core pillars: the specific device model, the location of purchase, and the time frame of the purchase. Let's start with the devices. Eligible models reportedly include the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Furthermore, the settlement extends to the next generation, covering the upcoming iPhone 16 models as well. It's important to note that standard iPhone 15 models and any older generations are currently excluded from this agreement. The reasoning likely ties back to specific components or manufacturing processes used exclusively in these higher-end Pro models during a particular production run. Next is the purchase window. To qualify, the device must have been purchased between June 1, 2024 and March 31, 2025. This specific time frame is a critical, non-negotiable part of the eligibility requirements. If you bought your iPhone 15 Pro before June 2024, even by a single day, you would unfortunately not be included. Similarly, any purchases made after the end of March 2026 in the bottom 20 day ended 25, and bottom binners de Skenzebrai, when did thou fall outside the qualifying period. This window was likely negotiated based on when the affected devices were predominantly sold. Finally, there's the geographic requirement. The purchase must have been made within the United States. This includes the 50 states and the District of Columbia. While the documentation isn't fully clear yet, this typically also includes U.S. territories like Puerto Rico and Guam, but it's best to verify this on the official settlement website once it goes live. If you bought your phone while on vacation in Europe, or had it imported from another country, you will likely not be eligible, even if you are a U.S. resident. The key factor is the point of sale. So, to put it all together, if you bought an iPhone 15 Pro, a Pro Max, or a future iPhone 16 model, and you made that purchase inside the United States, and the date on your receipt is between June 2024 and March 2025, then you have cleared the first major hurdle. You might qualify. This is the essential checklist. You'll need to be able to prove all three of these points, so now is a good time to start thinking about where your proof of purchase might be. Dig up those email confirmations, check your credit card history, and locate that physical receipt if you still have it. Having this documentation ready will make the claims process significantly smoother when the time comes. Here's the part going viral. Eligible users could receive between $25 and $95 per device depending on total claims filed. That means some families could receive hundreds of dollars. Potential totals can add up quickly for families. Glitches aside, the payout math matters. Set reminders so you don't miss deadlines. People aren't just upset about the money, they feel misled. The lawsuit accused Apple of overstating the readiness of AI capabilities, and because Apple is one of the biggest companies on Earth, this story exploded online. Apple denies wrongdoing. Apple settled without admitting fault and said it wanted to focus on innovation and product development. Apple highlights hardware while software continues maturing, but critics say this damaged trust in Apple's AI rollout. While Apple's recent announcements have put them in the spotlight, this story is bigger than just one company. It's about a fundamental, industry-wide paradigm shift that's unfolding at a breakneck pace. What we're witnessing isn't just another product cycle. It's a technological arms race, a frantic global competition with stakes higher than any we've seen before. Because right now, every major tech company on the planet is locked in a fierce battle, racing to dominate the future of artificial intelligence. From the sprawling data centers of Silicon Valley to the innovation hubs in Asia and Europe, titans of the industry are pouring unprecedented resources, billions of dollars and the brightest minds of a generation, into a single, all-consuming goal: achieving AI supremacy. This isn't just about creating smarter virtual assistants or more intuitive software. It's about controlling the next foundational layer of technology, the very intelligence that will underpin our digital lives for decades to come. The winner of this race could redefine everything from communication and commerce to healthcare and transportation. The pressure to not just compete, but to lead is immense. In this high-stakes environment, even a company as meticulous as Apple is feeling the heat. Their decision to delay some of the more ambitious generative AI-powered Siri upgrades until as far out as 2026 is a telling sign. It highlights a critical tension: the long, arduous process of developing safe, reliable, and truly integrated AI versus the market's relentless demand for immediate innovation. And this immense pressure to launch AI products fast, to get something, anything, out the door to appease investors and capture market share, is creating huge systemic problems across the entire industry. We're seeing a move fast and break things philosophy, applied to a technology with the power to break things on a societal scale. This rush is leading to rushed ethics reviews, inadequate safety testing, and the deployment of AI models that can perpetuate biases, generate misinformation, or be exploited in unforeseen ways. The very speed that the market demands is becoming a direct threat to responsible innovation. The consequences of getting this wrong are not just financial. They are societal, ethical, and potentially irreversible. The race for AI dominance is on, but in the rush to the finish line, we have to ask, what are we sacrificing along the way? So, what should you actually do? Reports say users may eventually need save your Apple ID and device details, Keep receipts or invoices handy for claims, to file claims, so keep your device information ready. Most people still don't even know this lawsuit exists, and that's why videos about this are exploding. Because everyone is suddenly asking, most people still haven't heard, share this update. Now Apple faces pressure to finally deliver. Apple says more advanced Siri AI features are expected to be revealed later this year, but after this controversy, people are watching very closely. If Apple owed you money, would you actually claim it? Would you claim your share if eligible? Comment Apple if you would.